Hey everybody, Jim Duffy here with Atlantic Bay Mortgage, and I want to talk about VA loans today, specifically VA tricks, if you will. VA is really one of my favorite loan products, and we do a lot of them. We're very good at them. But here's a few tricks that a lot of lenders, a lot of people don't know you can do with VA loans. So what most people do know is it does not require a down payment, right? At least up to the eligibility limit, which varies from county to county. But for most of the U.S., including Charleston, the limit is $453,100. So anything up to that amount, assuming full eligibility and assuming there's income to qualify, of course, is 100% financing, no down payment needed. Now, what some people don't realize is you can use a VA loan for anything over $453,100. You just need 25% of the difference as a down payment. So, and I call those VA jumbo loans. So for example, let's say simple math. Someone's buying a home for $553,000, $100,000 more than the limit. They would bring 25% or $25,000 as a down payment, finance the rest with no mortgage insurance. And of course, everybody knows, or generally, there is no mortgage insurance needed, no PMI on VA loans, which is great. You can have two VA loans at the same time. That's another trick that a lot of people don't realize, that they think once you've used it, it's done and you don't have any more eligibility. If someone buys a home, let's say someone at one of the bases here buys a home and then gets transferred, right, to a different base, they may decide to keep this home and convert it to a rental and purchase where they're going. And it's perfectly acceptable so long as the eligibility is, there's sufficient eligibility to do that. And in many cases, there is. So you can have two VA loans at the same time. Another trick with VA loans is you can use a spouse's, non-borrowing spouse's income. So let's say both spouses work, have income, only the veteran or the active duty guy or gal is on the loan. For whatever reason, it's often decided. You can use the other spouse's income to offset debt to help qualify, even though they're not on the loan. So that's a unique thing that has helped many VA buyers get into homes. You can also, speaking of debt, let's say both spouses are on the loan in this case, and the debt ratio is just a little bit too high. You can negotiate that the seller pay off debt to help qualify. So they pay off the debt at closing, right? You just get the bill and include it in as like closing costs, for example. I've had buyers pay off a ring with Kay Jewelers, for example, at closing in order to qualify. I've had buyers pay off a Harley to qualify. So that's something else that is unique to VA loans but can help qualify and help the veterans get into a home. So those are a few tricks with VA loans. There's a few more, but my point in this video is to say that VA is the most forgiving and flexible loan product out there. So if I can help with a VA loan, you or someone you know, my contact information is below. Happy to do so.